Hey everyone, it's Luna. I thought I would jump on here and do a quick little mini chat with you today. Simply wondering who all feels like living in America has become too difficult or too hard. It seems like every day the gas prices are going up, our power bills are going extremely up, groceries are going up. The cost of living overall is going up, but our work-life balance isn't there. We're getting paid barely minimum wage. Some people are getting just a tad bit over minimum wage, but it's not enough to cover the cost of living. I mean, we're still struggling. Some of us having to work 2 or 3 jobs or work a lot of long hours, and they still can't make the bills meet. I mean, I work really long hours and I can't juggle my family life with what needs to be done simply because the schedules are not balanced. And the pay range that they pay us is not enough to survive in America. We don't all get help. To continue our chat, my camera shut down unexpectedly. I don't think there are enough jobs out there that are seriously hiring. And I really wish that there was more jobs out there that pay a higher amount and offer that work-life balance that so many mothers and so many people need nowadays. And the cost of foods like meats and just any type of food have gotten ridiculously high. You can't afford hardly to feed a family of 4 or feed yourself unless you really look for those budget deals, which I did a video on a budget deal that Food Line offered about a week and a half ago. Check that video out if you want to see how I did feed a family of 2 versus feed a family of 4. I like to try to find those deals because it's the only way you can provide for your family is finding deals, and you really have to hunt for those deals. Insurance, let's go there. Not everyone can afford to get insurance. So if you don't have it, you can't afford to go to the doctor. And if you have to have medication, then you're paying completely out of pocket for it. And a lot of medications are extremely expensive. And even if you do have insurance, not every insurance covers every medication. Some medications not covered and you still have to pay out of pocket. It should be universal. They should have to cover, especially all the generics. No matter who they are, if it's a generic brand here in America, it should be covered by your insurance. There is so many things about America that is behind our education system. Not everyone can afford to go to college. It's too expensive. If you have kids in school, then you got to deal with gang violence, school shootings. You have to deal with the fact that not every school has high return rates on kids passing the state exams at the end of the school year. And most of that's because kids are not really focusing in classes, or they're missing a lot of days due to being sick or being on the phone, tablets, whatnot. They are not really focused on the education part. A lot of them are there just because they have to be there and not to learn. And then like I said, a lot of kids are missing school because they don't want to be bullied, because bullying happens every day in school. And our education system falls way behind compared to Japan and China. I think that white picket fence dream for Americans is dead. And I just don't understand why we're so far behind all these other countries. I, for one, think that there needs to be a work-life balance, and we need a universal healthcare system. We need a universal minimum wage that equals the cost of living. I think we need to have our minimum wage bumped up universally across the entire United States, at least 15. I honestly think it would take at least $17 or $18 to really be able to survive on a one income paycheck. But I know that would be hard to get. But I do think that America needs to bump the minimum wage up to at least $15 or $16 an hour, if not more. I think America should also have the universal health care that every citizen gets. Just like we're mandated to send our kids to school, even if they're not learning what they need to be learning. And even if they're being bullied, we still forced to send our kids to school. I think we should be given universal health care, universal insurance that everyone can afford. If we have to pay property taxes in every state to take care of things that have to be upgraded and made better to keep our infrastructures going, like our power grids and everything, then we should be given those back as American citizens. We should be given universal health care, universal insurance. We should be given a higher minimum wage so that we can afford to survive and afford to enjoy what America has to offer. I really wish America could catch up to everybody else. If you agree with me, or you have any other ideas of where America has fallen behind on, or what America could do to make life better for every American citizen, put it out there. Maybe somebody that has the power will see it, and maybe we can get some new bills pushed. If you don't speak it, if you don't push it to your governors, to those that are in control of the government, then you're just sitting there and not doing anything to advocate for yourself or advocate for others. We need to make it known, not just to our friends and our family, but we need to make it known to our local government. We need to make it known to the world that that white picket fence is just a dream in America. America is not everything that it used to be. It's not the happy ads that you see on TV all the time. Us fellow Americans that live here are struggling to survive, struggling to have a life, struggling to make ends meet, struggling to take care of our health, struggling to have our medicines that we need to have, struggling to put food on our table, struggling to have power every day or have a house over our head. And it shouldn't be that way here in America. I mean, if we're as rich as they claim, even though I've also heard we're the country with the biggest debt in the world, something needs to be done. That's all I'm saying. And I'm tired of sitting here struggling. I'm tired of feeling depressed about it. I want our government to do better. I want our government to provide for us, since we're paying the wages, we're paying these property taxes, we're paying with our health, we're paying with our bodies, slaving for these companies, then they need to be given back to us. We need to make America better, and we need to get our government to make us better. I, for one, am tired of struggling, and I want a work-life balance where I can enjoy life, and I want to be able to know that my bills are paid with a one income of working 30 to 40 hours versus not getting any hours, or versus having to slave to get it. And by slave, I mean like 40, 50, 60 hours a week, pulling double shifts or something. It shouldn't be like that. Speak up. Demand that America is made better. If not, we're just going to continue to struggle. We're going to continue to fall behind other countries. I know this was a long rant. Not quite as cozy of a chat, but definitely a long rant. I'm fed up with the struggling part. I want a better life, and I think we all deserve it here in America as American citizens. We all deserve a better life, and if other countries can do it, then we should be able to do it too. We just need everyone to get on the same page and stop fighting so much, and focus on making our country better and less on other countries. We need to focus on ourselves, our country first, and then you can worry about other countries. I hope I didn't step on anybody's toes, but at the same time, I'm an American citizen that feels like our country has let us down, and that we've given so much for our country and we're getting so little back. And the only way we can get more is to make sure we advocate for ourselves and our families and our other American citizens.